Good afternoon and welcome out to Uihlein Soccer Park in Milwaukee as we get set for the WIAA State Tournament Division 4 Girls Soccer as the 2-seed Kiel Raiders will play the 3-seed Prairie School Hawks. Great to have you along on a Thursday early afternoon. Chris Learman and Pat Geigel as we get set for the Raiders and Hawks and what should be a fun and very hot day here on the pitch.
Should be a lot of fun, as you said. Looking forward to it. Thanks for letting me tag along with you. Both teams on the field here warming up, getting the last shots in before warm-up time expires.
The teams get loose. Usually not too tough to do when it's this season. You start the season, right, where it's like sometimes 25, 30 degrees out, and you get to this point of the year, and all of a sudden it is a scorcher. The feels-like temperature on the field was 91 degrees when we came up here.
Fortunate we're up here, 20 feet above the surface with a little bit of a breeze.
So we'll step aside and take a break as we get set for kickoff here from Uihlein Soccer Park. We had a sit-down about a half hour ago with Coach Mike Pritchard and able to catch his thoughts going into this one. We'll listen in. You listen to Kiel Soccer from the state tournament.
Tonight's Kiel Raider football game is proudly supported by... Are you looking for someone to build your new house, or maybe remodel your old, aging home? Maybe you need some small work done, like installing a storm door or a new window. Those little home improvements that you just can't find the time for, or maybe you just don't know how. Well, Albright Again Home Improvements has you covered, where no job is too small. If interested, give us a call at 920-894-7507 or shoot us an email at albrightagainllc@yahoo.com. Located in Kiel, call Albright Again Home Improvements for all your home improvement needs. Go Kiel Raiders! Premier Financial Credit Union proudly supports our hometown teams. With offices in Kiel, New Holsting, and Chilton, Premier Financial Credit Union is your hometown community credit union. To learn more about the credit union difference, please visit yourpfcu.com. Are you looking for a great atmosphere and great food? Look no further than the Gravel Pit in Kiel. Try one of our great weekly specials. $2.25 burgers on Tuesdays, Chef's Choice on Wednesdays, pick a wrap and fries for $10 on Tuesdays, and get yourself a steak sandwich and fries or maybe a perch basket with fries or potato salad before Raider football on Friday nights. And finish off your week with a crispy chicken sandwich and fries for just $10 on Saturdays. Call 920-894-8493 for details. That's 920-894-8493. The Gravel Pit, located just outside of Kiel on Highway 57.
With over 15 years of experience, Dynamic Heating and Cooling is the only call you need to make for your air conditioner, furnace, air handler, boiler, or ductless system needs. We offer free estimates so you know exactly what to expect when they come to your temperature rescue. Call 920-838-5599 for your heating and cooling needs. Dynamic Heating and Cooling supports your Kiel Raiders.
We continue the pregame show. We sit down with head coach Mike Pritchard. And Coach, you get through a sectional and back to another state tournament. Just tell me what it means to do this a third straight year. Obviously, you don't think things are granted, and there's no letdown after last year. You get to the top.
So it's just unbelievable with my four seniors. Man, my four seniors have led us here and never given up. And Coach Gobo and I prepped with our tournament, and we knew that we had the bracket. We knew that we had a significant opportunity to get back here. We just had to put all the pieces together.
What was kind of the, is there a turning point? Obviously, you play some Division I opponents earlier in the season. Is there anything that you lose one of the state's best ever scorers, but how are you able to push forward and do what you did this year?
Easily the turning point was Cedar Grove, Belgium, and we tied them. And in my opinion, we should have won the game. We just made one mistake and cost us a match, but that's how you live and learn. But I think the team grew from that opportunity, and wow, we just played outstanding after that.
Here at Uihlein Park, you have the Prairie School. You played them 2 years ago in the state semifinals. Obviously, there's a ton different, right? You lost 2 graduating classes since then. and things may change, but do you use any of that tactically or what they used to do, or do you just go off of more recent stuff?
I'll be honest with you, when I first played them, I was scared to death, and we modified this, and we modified that, and we modified this, and in my opinion, it cost us a match. So now, today, I just go in full throttle, we play our game, and if we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. And again, it's a private school, $27,000 to go there a year. He gets significant talent every year. He never has to look at the youth talent like I do for 3,000 people in town. And so obviously he has a significant advantage. And so I'm hoping that he's going to be wowed by our abilities.
And lastly, what's the biggest thing to get going? Is it going through Vandermeer in the middle? How do you get Sager going? What's kind of the biggest thing that you think that you need to see early?
The biggest thing is calm on defense, making significant passes. As soon as the defense is calm and we're making passes and they have confidence, all of a sudden it filters to the midfield. All of a sudden it filters to the forwards. All of a sudden, boom, we're getting goals. Dan's confident. And so, again, it all starts in the back and good communication and staying positive.
Awesome. Best of luck today, Coach.
Thanks again.
Again, that's head coach Mike Pritchard. We continue the pregame show after this. You're listening to Kiel Raider Soccer.
As with most other things in life, the key to achieving your long-term financial objectives is preparation. Your goal may be to protect your family during your working years or guarantee your own retirement security. These things won't happen by accident. It is important to map out a strategy that will help you meet those goals. The good news is that it is never too late to start. Of course, preparing your financial future can be intimidating. Luckily, you do not have to do it alone. Putting your strategy into action starts with a simple phone call to your local New York Life agent, Todd Oleg. You can find Todd on the 300th block of Fremont Street in Kiel. Todd brings knowledge and expertise to help families and businesses in Kiel and surrounding communities achieve financial success. He looks forward to seeing you soon. Go Raiders! Founded in October of 2016, Real Logistics LLC was created to support the growth and needs of their existing customers. Since then, Real Logistics has established themselves as a reputable freight brokerage service. Their team is up for every job, managing transportation needs with the skill and experience their customers have come to expect. Their family-owned values still hold true today. When you hear Real Logistics, you can expect individual attention, personal responses, caring attitudes, and sincere appreciation for their business partners. Real Logistics values the opportunity to earn your trust and business each and every day. For all of your logistic needs, visit Real Logistics.
Sargento is now hiring general production roles starting at $24 an hour at their new location in Fond du Lac County. Award-winning benefits, tuition assistance, and a 401k plan that ranks among the top 1% in the U.S. Work for a leading national brand right in your community. Go to careers.sargento.com and apply today. Sargento, your passion, our culture.
We got smoking good ribs, wings and pizza. Parker John's. Sides made from scratch, hickory smoked meats, yeah. Parker John's. Come on down to Parker John's for pizza or barbecue. Smoking daily just for you. We got smoking good ribs, wings and pizza. Parker John's. I see you down there, it's the place to meet ya. Parker John's. Parker John's.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, contact Crest Real Estate of Kiel, your team of real estate professionals for over 20 years. Contact Crest at 920-894-HOME or browse current listings at cresthomes.com. Crest Real Estate, experience with results.
Today's broadcast of Kiel Raider Soccer from the state tournament is proudly supported by Todd Oleg, New York Life, by Gravel Pit Bar and Grill, Premier Financial, by Dynamic Heating and Cooling, Sargento Cheese, Parker John's Barbecue and Pizza, by Albright again, Real Logistics, Kiel Booster Club, by Lumberyard Brewery, Crest Real Estate, by Drexel Building Supply, Cheryl Brock, American Family Insurance, by Shane Burns Jewelry, Goodfellas Barbershop, by City Limits Hair Studio, by Keenbaum Services, and members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. Great to have you along for the ride here. Due to the TV contracts, it's audio only, always from the state tournament, but great to have you with us. Chris Learman, Pat Geigel on a Thursday early afternoon for the state semifinal, and two teams that played each other just 2 years ago in this game, Coach.
So a bit of a rematch from that fact, but also, as you, Coach, mentioned earlier in the pregame, Cedar Grove and Kiel matched up about halfway through the year this year, going to a scoreless tie. And as an old coach, I got to believe that neither team showed everything during that match, knowing that somewhere down the road they could meet again.
We'll see how things respond here today as the teams played, I mentioned, back in 2022 to a draw of 2-2, and then went to penalty kicks where the Prairie School won by a goal, or one more penalty kick that was successful. And a matchup that shots on goal in that one were Prairie School 24, Kiel 8. Taylor Schad scored in the 3rd minute real early, and it was answered by the Prairie School at the 32nd minute. The Raiders retook the lead from Grace McDowell, assisted by Abby Moore off of a corner kick in the 48th minute to make it 2-1 Raiders. And the Prairie School scored with 2:01 left in regulation to tie things up before eventually going through overtime. And in either of the sessions, neither team was able to score. So at 2-2, they went to PKs, and the Prairie Hawks came out on top. We'll see if this is a different story today in the state semifinals. Cedar Grove, Belgium already won. So a 6-0 win over Regis McDonald. So the Rockets are in a state title game for the 2nd consecutive year. Will they take on the Prairie Hawks? Will they take on the Raiders?
And I need to retrace my steps. I mentioned that these two teams met earlier, and in reality it was Kiel and Cedar Grove, Belgium who had met earlier.
Sure.
So hopefully that's a prelude to Saturday, or tomorrow, excuse me.
Today's officials are registered by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association. Their experience and integrity qualify them to enforce the rules of the game. Are you looking to stay in the game without officials? We do not have games. Become an official today. Reach out to your athletic director or to the WIAA at wiaawi.org. Today's officials from Springbrook, Wisconsin, an 8th-year official, Timothy Stillwell, and his assistants, each from Eau Claire. First, it's Dean Gums, a basketball official and soccer official, and a soccer official, Daniel Hunt. Congratulations to them on their season, their campaign of getting here to the WIAA state tournament.
Just like players, this is the officials' ultimate goal, besides adjudicating all those games. So I'm certain we'll see a very, very good competitive game here, well officiated.
Raiders will be in their black with purple accents, the white trim on the numbers. Home whites for the Prairie School with the red shorts, red numbers front and back. And the Raiders will try to score to the south. They'll move right to left. Across your radio dial, computer screen, iPad, phone, however you're listening to us. Chris and Pat on a Thursday, state soccer. And the clock has started, and we are underway. Vandermeer at the mid will try to send one up the right hash marks and back towards the goal. Immediately, the Prairie Hawks will send one out 10 yards from the end line. It will be an overhead throw-in coming the far side, just 17 seconds gone by.
Not unusual to see the Prairie Hawks do that. Usually their last third of the field, they like to kick it out of bounds.
Vandermeer's got it far side, and she will lose it out of play, and then a physical tackle attempt comes in, and the overhead throw-in will come from the Prairie Hawks.
Shout out to Joe Molitor, who did a little scouting for Coach Pritchard here. Joe Molitor, longtime Kiel person, coach, official, and that's one of the things he mentioned in the scouting report, that the Prairie School is definitely very physical.
A much bigger team physically, as talking with Coach Pritchard, he said before we did the interview. Very big, very physical. Kiel has the speed advantage, and we'll see kind of how that dynamic plays out. And if the heat comes into effect with either of those styles as well. Again, I mentioned it's 91 degrees. Now there is a little bit more of a cloud cover coming in. 91 degrees is played through the midfield, and minute number 2 won by the Prairie Hawks as they'll take it to the right side across the midfield stripe, playing one up the right through the center, looking for Ella Jaramillo. And that will be steered away to the near side where the Raiders have it on their own defensive end. On the feet of Addison Vogel. Vogel trying to get it back from a teammate. A little poke with the toe up to Vandermeer. And Ella Vandermeer will play it up to Sager. Sager now, the Raiders gaining advantage after a tackle from behind, and they lose possession of the ball, but because of the advantage from the official, it will be a Raiders possession, and they'll throw it in. Oh, I thought they were going to get a spot ball. They're going to throw it in and give it away right away.
Yeah, it was a play on.
We thought that the Raiders were able to play on enough with it. Ball crossed into the box, and the first keeper to make a play will be Danny Miller. Danielle, the senior keeper for the Raiders, will scoop one up on the near side post as it's rolling in on her, and she'll try to punt one away. 3rd minute of action here from Uihlein Park. Raiders send one to the far sideline, and it'll go into their bench area, right side of center, and a throw-in will come from the Prairie School.
Danielle Miller, what a great story. Kind of a Jordan Love deal. Sat behind the starter for 3 years, learned, and she stepped in and had a great year for the Raiders.
She's played very well this year, and what's been almost every single minute this season has had to offer, as there will be a handball call, or a call made by the official. It'll be Prairie Hawks ball, played forward in the right half of the midfield. Prairie Hawks to the far side now, right hand third. Looking towards the top of the 18, ball on the right foot of Kiera Kimbrough. She's just a freshman and has 39 points this year. Actually, the 2 leading scorers. Ball in the box, played up, thinking it was a handball, and play continues. Prairie Hawks, left foot into the box. Now it's at the top of the 18, trying to rotate around. Vandermeer with her feet on it. Serious pressure from the 3 seed. Ball steered wide, far side, left foot comes in, far side post, it'll miss wide. Boy, the Prairie Hawks, 3 good looks there. They thought that they had a Raider handball in the box, but the official says no.
The official did a good job of demonstrating that was around an elbow, something inadvertent.
Goal kick from Miller. Raiders steer it to the far sideline, and the Hawks will have a throw-in on the right-hand half again. Overhead throw comes in, trying to center one. Vandermeer, one of the Raider captains, trying to get to it. It's back with Megan Gavigan. 20 goals as a 9th grader for Gavigan. Well, trying to get it back to her. Vandermeer steers one away. Hawks retreat a little bit towards the midfield stripe. Now played up the left sideline. Trying to redirect again. Far side with Kimbrough. Kimbrough trying to center in a deep strike from 35 yards out. That'll be off the hip of a Raider player and steered to the near side. Boy, physical play from the Prairie School as it continues to stay in play near side. Play a bit of a drop on the near side wing. Warden from 40 yards out, taken away by Vandermeer. Turnover there and played up the right side. It'll be Jamarillo, and she can't get to the pass. Leading her towards the corner, 10 feet from the end line, and she just can't catch up to it. And it'll be an overhead throw in deep in the Raider end.
Jeremy Hill's been on the offensive side here right in front of us, doing a nice job for them.
Players collide, top of the 18, advantage to the Raiders, redirected up towards the midfield stripe. A definite slanted field here in the first, now moving into the 6th minute of action. We've played a full 5. Ball with Ella Vandermeer, the freshman Vandermeer. Her sister now to give chase, that being Lydia. Back in possession with the Hawks. Gavigan bringing up the left wing. Play a bit of a drop, pass back to a teammate, deep wing, 30 yards out, crossover, comes in a little closer. That's Braylon Warden. Warden's going to play across, top of the 18, inside the 8. Steered aside by Vandermeer a little bit, redirected back out towards the midfield stripe, and a initial clear by the Raiders. And the Prairie Hawks try to send it back down deeper. Jamarillo get it back to a teammate, redirected to Lalonde. Lalonde to Decker. Madeline, 30 yards out to the top of the 18, headed aside by the Raiders with Addie Uselding into the box. And fortunately for the Raiders, they're there to steer it aside. Boy, possession has been heavily in favor of the team in white and red.
Kiel's done a pretty good job defensively, having a person on. But again, the wide passes by the Prairie School has made a difference here.
Jeremillo gets one to a teammate to Deuce. Plays into a teammate to Megan Decker. Decker crossing to the 18. She's in the box far side. Out sprints 2 Raiders. Going to the goal line. A little bit of a cross. Header over the intended recipient. They had Miller beat, but it goes over the head of Borner, the junior, and through the box to the near side. Possession still with the Prairie Hawks, but they retreat a little bit, giving ground 30 yards away. Right-hand third as they operate. Crashing towards the 18 is Gavigan again. Toes one to the point. Redirected back out towards Deuce. And it will be Prairie Hawks now to bring it towards again. Morgan back to the box. Gets it to Borner. Again, Borner had that header look, but she just not able to get it onto her dome. And it will be redirected and out off the far side touchline for a throw-in. Boy, 8th minute of action. The Prairie School, maybe not necessarily shots on goal, but pressures for certain. Into the 18, a quick strike comes in on Miller, and a save after it comes to her right hand, paws it aside and able to make the stop, and it will lead to a corner. A strike right at the 18 in the midfield, and somehow Danielle Miller is able to keep that one out.
Wow, diving stop and then a second hit to keep it out of the goal. Fantastic.
It leads to the game's first corner kick coming from the Prairie School here in minute number 8. And Decker trying to redirect one, and it misses out the far side.
Let's see if Kiel can get it out of their zone here and put a little pressure on the Prairie School.
Raiders turn it over on the goal kick look. Raiders trying to push it out with Borner. Deuce plays it to a teammate again, and it is with Megan Decker. Decker trying to play it into the box, and it goes through the intended Borner, sitting right at the top of the 8, and it misses everything. And to pick it up after going out of bounds will be the Raider keeper, and Miller will set it down on its mark. Uselding will do the kicking. She'll send it up towards the midfield stripe. And a bit of a mistouch. Raiders going to play a bit of a boom ball and try to go race it down. Sending all the way is Maddie McDowell, the sophomore, but she's not going to be able to get to it by the time the keeper comes all the way out past the 18 to play it for the Hawks. Up to the midfield stripe and immediately into the Raider territory. Play up the right side now. Jamarillo. She's going to play to the 18, looking for a cross. Toes one up over the head of a teammate. Redirected out, 25 yards out. A shot coming, and that would have been good from 35 yards out if we had uprights for a field goal. And it will go to a goal kick here in the 10th minute for the Raiders.
Hope the Raiders can just hang in there for another 10 because at the 20-minute mark there's a little bit of a water break. Gives a chance for the Raiders to talk about a little bit what's going on.
Boy, the goal kick again. The Raiders give it away, trying to play one inside the 18. Back line of defense for the Raiders. At the moment, keeps us scoreless. Played back in. The touch was by Ava Niles, and she was able to redirect one out of the 18 and then out the side. It goes off of a Prairie Hawk, and the Raiders will take one back, for the moment at least. Addison Vogel plays one up to the midfield. Steered aside. Vogel now is going to be on a run. Sent upfield, and Vogel's going to outrun her player. It's just her and the keeper. Can Addison get past one? Or played one up for McDowell. Maddie trying to go by the keeper near side. And we are going to have a goal kick as McDowell gets the last touch on it. The pass was beyond all the Prairie Hawks, and it was kind of up to the keeper. Do I come up and play it outside the 18, or do I stay back? She ended up coming too late, but McDowell couldn't control it enough to get a good shot off.
Good time to throw the disclaimer out here, Chris, how our vision is a bit obscured to the south.
Now, Connor and Tim Velker would know that basically the left corner is not of our vision up here in the press box whatsoever. Vandermeer steps in to take one, tackle from behind, and that will be called on the Prairie School as Lydia gets the back of her legs taken out. Now the Raiders will have possession on the left side, and kind of the first time that they are able to complete multiple passes, perhaps. Nope, they're going to boom one down towards the 18 right away. Thought maybe they'd try to progress forward. Instead, it'll be the Prairie School to get the ball after a quick deflection to the midfield, and immediately Decker crosses the midfield stripe. Playing one through the legs of a Raider up the left side. It'll be Kimbrough, one-on-one with the keeper. Left side post, trying to go across. Stopped by Danielle Miller. Lays on her left side as she was trying to go with the left foot. Miller stops it, swarms it, picks it up.
Kimbrough probably got a little greedy there. Should have kicked about 5 feet before that. But again, Danielle Miller, great job.
And I think if you get a little too close, you almost take away your own angle there, as like Kimbrough did. Raiders kick it out towards midfield, picked back up by the 3-seed Prairie Hawks. Trying to send on the near side to be Jaramillo. And that will be across the midfield. A drop. Jaramillo's sent on a run up the sideline by a teammate, but Jaramillo didn't run after it, and it'll go all the way down, and effectively for the Prairie Hawks, that actually goes out the side, not out the end. So we have to bring in a throw-in rather than a goal kick, as the Raiders will bring on a sub. 13th minute of action. We will have a stoppage at each 20 for a water break due to the heat on the field.
Kiel, with their best players being seniors, but another freshman, Ava Furman, seen some quality action here.
Yeah, really, they have the 4 seniors that Coach mentioned in the pregame show, but there is a load of underclassmen on this Raider roster that have been contributors.
Which, again, says something for the entire program, from youth on up.
Yep, you build it from the Ute.
Is that from the Big Lebowski? Or?
I don't even know. I've heard it before. Goal kick coming from the Raiders. Cross into the 14th minute of action. We have no score. Prairie School and Kiel. Prairie School from Racine, right?
That is correct. Racine/Kenosha. Wind Lake.
Turnover by the Raiders, crossing the top of the 18, a little fancy footwork. Decker comes, kick near side post, it goes up, and they're going to say it was deflected by the Raiders, which leads to a corner. Decker had a good right leg kick from 19 yards out as she approached the box, and a deflection keeps it as she was aiming upper 90, just misses wide, but they say the Raiders get a piece of it. It'll lead to a corner kick, the second corner taken, and it comes here in the 14th minute.
Yeah, Lydia Vandermeer got just her toe on there, just enough to throw it off.
So corner coming from the Prairie Hawks, a player on either post for the Raiders on the back defensive end. Played into the 8-yard box. Sager trying to get to it, plays it with her belly, then to her foot. Raiders try to chip one out towards the midfield stripe, but kept back in. Prairie Hawks now play one top of the 8, across the face of goal, and fortunately for the Raiders, as it split defenders, nobody was coming far side post, so that would have been a great look for the Prairie School. Instead, it remains 0-0, and it leads to another goal kick. Team that's won a couple of state championships, the Prairie School, 2016, 2019, their 9th appearance in school history here. Raiders came here 22, 23, and here in 24. Obviously the state championship to claim from a year ago, as there is a standing tackle made, called a foul on the field, and the Raiders will have it just north of midfield stripe.
All right, time to put some pressure on here, and again, we'll see if they can get a couple good touches here.
Raiders keep trying to make that the kick off of the stoppage and play it deep downfield, and that hasn't connected yet once. Ball with Vandermeer. Vandermeer to Vandermeer. It'll be Lydia, left foot, trying to play one up, looking for a teammate, redirected out by the center back of the Prairie Hawks. And it will be Lydia to touch it last on the near side near midfield. Ball thrown back in, overhead throw into Gavigan. She's got it, stepping through her feet and taken away is Lydia. Vandermeer gets it to Seger. Seger, the midfielder for the Raiders, trying to go through the sophomore, ball at her feet, gets around one Prairie Hawk, trying to play a through ball right down the middle, and unable to get it up to Maddie McDowell. The sophomore had a chance to leak through the defense, but a center back right in front of her stole it away, and now it's numbers right side. 4-on-4, but a head of steam for Decker. Megan crosses through into the 18 and then just simply loses the foot race on the back line as Ava Niles able to get back there.
Decker has some deceptive speed there. Just kind of jog, and all of a sudden puts it in the next gear.
Exactly. Just all of a sudden shift and go. 17th minute of action. Still no score here from Uihlein Soccer Park. Chris and Pat on a Thursday afternoon state semifinal. Racine Prairie School against the Kiel Raiders. 3-seed and the 2-seed here in the semifinal. And a floater comes in on Miller. And Danielle is able to catch it just in front of the goal line and make the save. Ball kicked up towards the midfield marker. Raiders with it, trying to play one up. McDowell up the right side hash. She's got one player to beat, tipped away. Now it'll be a foot race far side box. McDowell's got two players off her left hip, trying to play across. Maybe had a little more time than she anticipated, and then tries to kick it through the box, and it will be taken back by the Prairie School. I think the Raiders right now think that they're going to have to play a rush or counter to be able to score. Ball played back. Raiders trying to kick one forward, and there will be a hold call on Borner as Nora grabbed a hold of the back arm of Addie Uihlein, and we will have a Raider put it back in play. Kick towards the midfield. Taken back by the Prairie Hawks. And again, the speed of Gavigan. We've had a few players that we've said repeatedly. Gavigan, one of them, plays a left-footed cross in the far side post, and Miller's not going to take any chances, and she'll cover it up.
Danielle's really made some nice decisions early in the contest.
Absolutely. Ball kicked up. It's going to bounce over the second-to-last defenseman, the defender, and now it's going to be McDowell to go it, and they're going to call a foul as McDowell's chasing after it. And they're going to say that she ran over the heels of the last line of defense, which is Chloe Babu. Just a freshman for the Prairie Hawks.
May have been inadvertent, but certainly created an advantage for Kiel.
Ball played back for the Hawks. Play went up to the midfield. Nobody ready for it for either squad. It's going to end up coming to Nora Borner into the zone. Up to Jaramillo. Jaramillo is going to play a cross that goes right to Danielle Miller in between the pipes, and she'll make the save. Shots are starting to come in from the Prairie School. It remains 0-0 here in the 19th minute. Ball through the midfield, taken back to the right side. I'd say, what, possession 80-20, would you think, or is it even worse than that?
No, that's pretty good.
Raiders to play it up. McDowell went right, pass went left, miscommunication. It's going to roll all the way back to the left side of the field. Finley Remington, sophomore keeper, whose goals allowed average is 0.92.
Kiel's passing just isn't as crisp as normal on the offensive side here.
Yeah, they haven't really connected on multiple passes consecutively. There's a ball lost out the midfield by Jaramillo. We're going to have some subs come in. We've played 19 and a half minutes. Wondering if they take their 20-minute timeout here or they're going to keep playing a little bit. What they talked about, the end of the last game was 91 degrees on the field, and they had mentioned that they are going to take a timeout in each half for a water break and avoid heat exhaustion.
Bink and Fromm entering here, the contest, and here's that timeout you had mentioned.
Here's that water break. Drexel Building Supply in Kiel, our mission is simple: supply happiness. Our broadcast made possible by everybody, such as Shaneborn's Jewelry. Congrats to the Kiel Raiders soccer team from Bob Shaneborn's Jewelry. Show your care for the love you share with an everlasting gift from Bob Shaneborn's Jewelry in downtown Kiel. Cheryl Brock Agency of American Family Insurance is proud to support the Kiel Raiders. The Cheryl Brock Agency able to assist with auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance with convenient locations in Kiel and New Holstein. Please visit our website at CherylBrockAgency.com for more information. Congratulations and best wishes to the Kiel Raiders. And here, Coach, a brewery is coming to Kiel. Yes, you heard that right. Lumberyard Brewing is hopping into the former AA Lawn Building on Main Street to offer you a tap room, event space, and a huge outdoor patio. Plan your next event, wedding, or night out, and visit Lumberyard Brewery coming soon to downtown Kiel.
Let me know when that opening is.
It's exciting news.
Absolutely.
Let us know where you may be listening from. If you want to comment on the stream or get in touch with us, we'd love to hear from you today.
So you mentioned the touch as being maybe 80-20. Prairie School already has 5 shots on goal. Kiel hasn't really had a sniff yet.
We've had the one leak out where the keeper stayed back and McDowell had a look, but she was not able to control ball at her feet and get a shot off. Corners have been 2-0 in favor of the Prairie School. Kienbaum Services is a proud supporter of Raider soccer. Kienbaum Services specializes in concrete flat work, including driveways, sidewalks, building slabs, and patios, as well as stamped and decorative concrete. Reach out to Kienbaum Services at 920-946-3704 or kienbaumservices@gmail.com for a free estimate on your upcoming concrete needs.
All right, shout out to a Kiel grad and former boys soccer player. Someone, Chris, you might know, Brent Geigel.
Hey. He played soccer for, 12 years? Longer than that?
Yeah, he spent his best 4 years of high school were 6 years long, so that was good.
What age did he start at, though? Was he a pretty early starter in the soccer realm? Or?
He was, New Holstein youth program, age not as young as I start now, but must have been about age 7, age 6.
Yeah, it seems now 3 and 4 years old is kind of what they're
Yep.
going at.
Yeah, my grandson started at age 4.
Awesome.
So hopefully not burned out by the time those kids get to the high school age.
Well, welcome along for the broadcast today, Brent. Also welcome in from Rocket Academy Tech, Mr. David Friend, D. Frizzle. Hope you are well.
Rocket Academy Tech. Just I had a chat with Principal Ketterhagen, Mr. Friend, not too long ago. Down here supporting the Cedar Grove Rockets, whom hopefully Kiel will be playing in the championship.
Lisa Munge in there, Justin Zipper, Rhonda Otto. Great to have you with us today. 20-minute point, or they have taken a break, and that has expired after a few minutes, and we're back to action. And the Raiders, a little bit there to regroup, right? That almost works in the Raiders' favor because things had started out very much in the favor of the Prairie Hawks. Played up the right side. Jaramillo is trying to go up on the right wing. Stopped there by Niles. Nice job to match up with her. Ball retreated back towards 30 yards away. Still in possession, however, the Prairie Hawks. Top the 18 with Borner. Nora loses off of her foot. Redirected by the Raiders. Played back up. McDowell gets it from Sager. And racing back for the Hawks. The last line is Babu. And she'll play it back to her own keeper. Remington is the keeper. On her feet, back to Babu. 2 yards in front of the 18.
Prairie Hawks really have done a nice job of finding the open person and passing that 15 to 20-yard pass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see the Raiders keep booming it up to the players. They haven't connected and tried to work passes together from end to end. Ball back with Megan Decker. Drop pass. Decker gives the touch far side to Warden. Warden's got it on her right foot. Trying to cross over, plays it back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough came back from the water break. Step in by Vandermeer. She'll play one up, trying to get one to McDowell. It goes under the legs of Prairie Hawk, and can McDowell run it down? Maddie's got it, pressure on her left hip, and able to take it away as Lalonde. And Addison is able to direct it outside the sideline.
Lalonde, probably one of their quicker defenders there, was able to catch up to that one.
Trying to get it up to Maddie McDowell, but the striker just simply couldn't get a full touch to it. Or at least not control. Lydia Vandermeer with possession, trying to play one to her sister, gets it there to Ella. Ella puts the ball on her foot, drops it, and then gets pushed down. The official calls it, much to the chagrin of the Prairie School faithful.
Imagine that, half the crowd not happy with the official's call.
Half of them liked it.
That's the positive side.
Kimbrough's got it through the midfield after the Raiders give it away. Restarting things. 23rd minute of action. Raiders officially 0 shots on goal. A couple for the Prairie School. Shot to the top of the 18 comes in and redirected out the side by the Raiders' number 8, Addie Uselding.
Addie's been pretty steady back in that defensive end all year. Good decision maker.
Ball Chipped forward to the top of the 18. Borner trying to get to it. She cannot. Raiders out the far side. They send it up with Fia Sipple. I believe that's 12 over there. And it goes out right at the midfield stripe. Prairie Hawks. White tops, red shorts. The Raiders are in their black kits with the purple shorts.
Advantage, disadvantage, dark white on a day like today.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Coach.
Although, again, a bit overcast.
Fortunately, it was bright sunshine when we pulled up. Nice little touch pass from Vandermeer to Vandermeer. But the second touch leads into Megan Decker getting tripped up. And it will be a free kick coming in for the Prairie School. Three seed, 2 seed here in the state semifinal. Still no score. 25th minute. Ball played to the top of the 18. Trying to get to it is Seger. Redirects it off of the shins of a Prairie Hawk player. Ball up. Left foot of Addison Vogel near sideline. Right of midfield, and it's going to be out of bounds. Lost by the Raiders. A deep throw-in coming for the Hawks. Give a little ground on the throw-in to Megan Gavigan again. To Deuce. Sydney plays it back towards the midfield. Finds Babu. Chloe plays it reverse field now as they're working on the left side with Braylon Worden. Worden, left foot, trying to play into the 18 in the race down there. To get it will be the Raiders, and they're going to block it off. And the cross is going to come, and Miller's going to play it. The Raiders tried to shield off a player as the ball was going towards the end line, but it never officially went out. Nice cross to the left foot by Nora Borner. Unfortunately for the Raiders, that Miller was able to get back and play the cross.
Yeah, very heads-up play by Borner there from the Prairie School.
Raiders take away at midfield, left foot up. Back line and stopped by Lillian Jorgensen, the senior defender. Ball played up with Decker. Megan loses it. Vandermeer, left foot up to a teammate. Raiders try to play one up to McDowell. She'll race Babu to get to it. Babu played from behind by McDowell. She can't get up to it. Prairie School takes it across the midfield, back left to right as they move. Crossover in front of the Raider bench. Coach Pritchard just moving about and puts his hand up and says, slow down, take a breath, and it goes out of play. And we'll have a couple of substitutions come back in.
And as Coach mentioned in his pregame about the calm defense, the communication of the defense, I think that's kind of what he was trying to emphasize there.
0-0, 0-0, 27th minute of action. We play 2 40-minute halves. Ball played up. Ball standing poke away from the toe of Ella Vandermeer. Play to the right side. And the Raiders redirect it wide. Niles trying to play the left side, and Sager's going to upend a player.
Really like this referee. Does a nice job of explaining to the crowd through his hand signals what's going on, and then also talking to the players if there's been a little miscue.
Free kick's going to come into the top of the 18. Played it a little deeper towards the 8. Headed away by Vandermeer out the near side. And sent back in by the Prairie Hawks. Raiders played at their feet. Vandermeer to the near side. Gets it to Ava. Niles, a redirect. Centers it a little bit. Fortunately, it's Sager, the first one to get to it. Sager, give and go. Gets it to Addison Vogel. Now the Raiders have a little rush. Vandermeer plays a left foot. Oh, it needed to be a little wider. Goes a little too far forward on the play. It will be touched by the Prairie School, but the Prairie Hawks give it right back. Midfield, redirected by the Racine, Kenosha area school, and it will be sent out the left side. Overhead throw-in coming from the Raiders. They progress up the left side now. Trying to get deeper. Addison Vogel near side, an overhead throw in. Now the Raiders are in the last 15 yards of the left side. So substitution coming in. Reminder, you could save the date for July 26th, the 4th annual NEW Sports Radio Golf Outing. We've been able to support our broadcast students, handed out over $2,000 in scholarships. Save the date, sign up, join us from Wander Springs Golf Course Friday, July 26th, as we support our students.
Join the other luminaries who are going to be there. Chris, I know you'll be there. Connor will be there. I'll be there. Coach Arntz will be there.
I hear your foursome's in it to win it again.
Well, we are. We know how to cheat.
Somehow you guys shoot 36 under.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Overhead throw in deep for the Raiders. Shielded our view from this corner, so we'll try to do our best to get to it. Ball played with Ella Vandermeer. Plays until Lydia. She loses her footing, has to regain it, gets back up on the turf, and it's going to be taken away by the Prairie School. Now they're going to try to rush to the right side. A little counter attack. Played up and stepping up nicely in the center back position for the Raiders to redirect one to the left. Picked back up by the Prairie School, but they're back at the midfield stripe. Up the left side of the field. Moving forward. Prairie Hawks continue forward. Deep with Ginestel. Pushing on the far side. Players lean on each other. Hawks play it back to 30 yards away. Deuce has it. Sydney reverses field to the right side now. Get you to Roots. And she is going to lose it. Pushing forward. Vogel now. Addison. Good pressure by Addison Vogel. Forces the Hawks to give up midfield and play it back to the left-hand side. Now Vandermeer is going to slide and stop the ball initially. Doesn't gain possession of it. But again, forces the Hawks to slow down and regroup. Up the far side now. Raiders take one away, at least get the last touch on it, but it will go at the far side, just across the midfield stripe and play to the right half. 31st minute. Again, we play 40-minute halves. 0-0 score here from Uihlein Soccer Park in semifinal number 2, the WIAA state tournament here in Division 4. Ball played through. Cambro trying to get to it into the box, and it's going to be redirected out the end line and be a corner kick for the Hawks here. It will come in the 32nd minute by time things move away.
If it's not Jaramello, it's Kimbrough who seems to be putting, or Decker, putting pressure on the Kiel defense
it's
here.
not just one or two. I think they've a few attackers that have really caused some issues for the Raiders. Corner be taken far side by Megan Gavigan. Freshman has 12 assists this season, and number 3 will put it down on the far side. Right-hand side as we watch on. She'll approach, kick with the right leg, gets one up towards the 18. Kimbrough trying to get ahead on it, and she gets a little piece of it. Redirects it far side post, but wide, a good 10, 12 feet, and it will go out for a goal kick.
Prairie School offensively here is almost in a 4-4, the way they've been able to control this side of the field.
You only have 11 on the field, so and one's the keeper. Yeah, they push a lot up. They only have the 2 back where Maddie McDowell kind of resides here today. And McDowell's going to try to get up the far side at hash marks if this were a football field. McDowell racing for it. She'll go down. Play continues as hand fighting from both sides.
Well, 50-50, said the official.
Play continues and a counter to the right side again. Hawks with it. A pass a little too far. Can the Raiders possess? Vogel on the near side at midfield. Off of her foot. And it will go out of play. And Adeline Ritz with the overhead throw-in. Stepped up by Ava Niles. Little give and go. It leads to Jaramillo. Played on the right side. She'll try to play across, but she's exhausted. She falls down. She tried to get her foot underneath the ball, but came through it a little too much. Didn't get it airborne at all. And the Raiders play one back out towards the midfield stripe. 34th minute. The official is going to say that Jaramillo used her arms a little too wide as she jumped up for the bouncing ball, and There will be a couple substitutions to come in. 34th minute of action, 0-0.
First 20 minutes, Prairie School had one sub and has been a little bit more liberal with their substitutions now in these last 20 of this half.
Yeah, that exhaustion, that heat out there. Fortunately, we are in the box, and we have the breeze coming at us. They have cracked a couple windows, so we are not out on the turf. Those warm pellets that just keep heating up down there.
Yeah, waited for somebody to invent the cooling system that would go in underneath this, like a heating system.
It's Wisconsin. That's your cooling, right? You got 4 months of it. Even longer sometimes. Ball played back for the Prairie School, back in their own half. Now trying to play one back up, and it's going to be, again, Jaramillo. Who's going to be called for using her elbows when boxing out. And a throw-in coming for the Raiders.
No, I think it was out of bounds. She threw it in. I think it was not a bounds call there.
Ball up, headed by Vandermeer. Trying to get to it is Ella. Reverse field for the Prairie Hawks. Into the shins of Lydia. Ball up to Jaramillo. She'll step around a player. Gets it on her left foot and proceeds forward. Now plays a square, a pass straight out to her side. Able to get it to Megan Decker. Decker crossing towards the 18, about 25 yards out, looking for a pass to a teammate. And it, A, doesn't connect with Borner, and B, rolls all the way through the D. And it goes back to Miller, and the keeper's going to punt one forward all the way across the midfield stripe.
Nice little adjustment by Kiel here. Kiel's done a better job of marking the players the second 20 minutes of the half.
Yeah, I know that the Prairie School still does have the advantage of play right now, but the first 20 minutes looked like a severe advantage that could have led to something more than what it has been. We have a kick coming in from Megan Decker on a foul call in the Raiders, right in front of the Raider bench. Decker's going to play one 25 yards out. The knees of a Kiel player headed aside, far side. We have a Furman trying to give it a go. And they're going to call a Raider foul at midfield. Was it Furman gets the call?
Yeah, a little bit of a contact there.
Adeline Ritz. Ritz plays one in towards the top of the 18. Ball not handled by the Prairie School. And again, it is Jaramillo, who has been an extremely physical player on the right wing.
She has been, for the most part. Prairie School's done a nice job of legally using their bodies. That time, illegally using the body.
She's not afraid to box out and use her width and her strength. As she lets the ball come to rest, trying to punt one over her head. It actually goes backwards towards her own team, and now she'll retouch up with her green cleats. Plays up the right side to Borner. It's going to be deflected off of her cleats by Uihlein. Played forward by the Raiders, but only as far as the midfield stripe as Reitz stops it. Ball come through right past the feet of Furman. 38th minute of action. Less than 3 minutes to play here in the half. Ball to the top of the 18. Raiders misplay it. A chance here. Oh, boy. Borner had a chance to get to it. Bounced over the feet of a Raider player, and fortunately there was nobody still coming in.
No, as you mentioned earlier, Jaramillo's a little bit tired. That normally would be her play.
Goalie punts one towards midfield. Again, that's Danielle Miller. Ball brought back up the right side. It'll be Reitz. Adeline trying to play one to the top of the 18. It's going to go over Borner. She has to stop on a diamond turn. Ball still in the 18. Raiders trying to get to it. Kicked in. Miller initially save. It's going to go far side post and in. And a goal in the 38th minute gives the Prairie School a 1-0 lead.
Kiel defense certainly had a couple opportunities. Ball bounced a little funny way there, almost like a knuckleball, and Unfortunately, Prairie School had the last touch.
Kira Kimbrough is going to score. The high hop that the center backs couldn't handle, and then Kimbrough was able to get a hop, a step, and a shot that initially hits the hand of Miller, but she can't get enough of it, and it's able to just sneak in the left post. 1-0 Prairie Hawks.
Still enough time here for Kiel to answer.
Kick to the near side. The Prairie Hawks will lose it. Raiders have it left of the midfield when they throw it in here. 39th minute. Means we've played 38 full. So Kimbrough with the goal, and for Kira, that's her 17th goal of the year and just a freshman.
It was Kimbrough's 17th goal of the season. Kimbrough from Ritz, 38th minute. Following the goal in for Prairie, Megan Gavigan for a shot.
Giarmillo trying to play one from her own end. Raiders trying to play one downhill. Kicked back up. Borner's going to give chase up the right sideline. Borner and Uihlein for it. Borner is going to win the race, and Uihlein falls down. Ball in the right side corner, played a bit of a cross. Miller's going to come out top of the 8, redirected towards the goal, and it's going to go in. Kimbrough crashing in. Danielle Miller came all the way out to 12 yards and just tardy to get there. And it's redirected perfectly on target, and a goal comes 56 seconds later. It's 2-0.
Kimbrough just picking her spot between the defenders here and then turning on the jet at the last moment.
39th minute of action, and it goes home. 2-0 Prairie School. I thought Miller played that one perfectly too, and now the trainers are going to go out and have a talk with Danielle Miller, who is down right now on the turf. And they are quickly getting the backup keeper ready on the sideline.
And unfortunately, we don't have access to replay video here to see exactly what the situation might be.
Proud supporter of Kiel Girls Soccer, City Limits provides their hair care and spa treatment right here in Kiel. City Limits, you can have you looking and feeling your best, from styling and coloring your hair to skin care, or maybe nail and lash care. They'll have you looking your best from head to toe. Find out for the full service of or menu of services by visiting the website citylimithairstudio.com, or check them out on Facebook at City Limits Hair Studio. Treat yourself or a loved one by taking them to a City Limits Hair Studio. Again, Drexel Building Supply in Kiel. Our mission is simple: supply happiness. Appreciate them making today's broadcast possible. Chris Learman, Pat Geigel, bringing you the audio broadcast of state tournament soccer. And the Prairie School has scored a couple of goals in the last 56 seconds to make it 2-0.
Couple of nice runs, and one of the things, again, the Scunn report said this Prairie School does a nice job with that 15 to 20 yard passing.
They've been able to connect on a couple of goals. It was 0-0 at the start of the 38th minute before they finally get one to go. Proud supporter of Raider Soccer, the Kiel Booster Club provides support for all students and co-curriculars at Kiel High School. The KBC raises funds through a variety of events, including the triathlon, raffles, on court, and concessions, to financially support all co-curriculars while enhancing experiences and creating opportunities beyond KASD's budgetary contributions. Find more info at kielboosterclub.com. Follow Kiel Booster Club on Facebook.
Chris, you still have time to get your entry into that Kiel Triathlon. That's normally not until the fall.
Oh, is it? You ever do a triathlon?
I have not. Well, not that type of triathlon. Let's not go there.
What, burgers, 16-ounce curls?
Yeah,
and
there you go. Yep. Curls, burgers, and curls.
A few of us, Jordan Tunison, Tony Maurer, we used to do the Elkhart Lake Triathlon when they had that.
Is that right?
Yeah. I can't swim to save my life.
Did you have to swim, or was the water shallow enough?
I was able to touch the bottom for about 150 meters, doggy paddle for 100 and then touch the last 150. It was only we did the sprint. There's no way I could swim a mile. That was Tracy Schwartz. She was the mile swimmer. I did not do that long one.
That certainly is a test of endurance. Triathlon or the Ironman.
And now with the athletic training staff is Danielle Miller. She is up, and they are going to bring in the second keeper. So Miller will go off. As in is
Kroll.
Toasty.
Kroll coming in. Kylie.
Substitution for Kiel at the keeper position. Kylie
So Ashley Rawlings will help
Miller.
out with Miller, and now in comes Kylie Kroll, the other senior keeper.
Kylie, who just averages just a few minutes a game here.
So again, coming off of another Kimbrough goal off of a cross, a beautiful cross played there. That was by Borner.
Kiel, again, Kiel not getting those 50-50 balls has hurt them in 2 instances here.
Raiders put it into play. 1 minute and 13 seconds left till half. And the Prairie School with it from their own end line. Play it left-hand third. A minute left here in the opening half from Uihlein. Played up the right side of it, Jaramillo, and she'll have a foot race on the side. Beats Niles, crosses over into the 18. A player on her left. Nice centering pass for Border. Kick it in. Oh, stepping through is a Raider to redirect and keep it aside. Border had a great look off the Jaramillo feed. Now the Raiders try to counter to the left side. Up is McDowell trying to get to it. Raiders with the speed trying to get around the Prairie Hawks. Last line of defense here is Lillian Jorgensen, and she directs one out towards midfield. 24 seconds left till half. Ball kicked out, and the Raiders get the last touch, so the Prairie Hawks can slow play the last 12 seconds before we get to halftime.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Throw in over the head of a player. 3 seconds left. 40 minutes have expired. The Raiders played even the first 37 of them, but the Prairie Hawks, a Kimbrough goal in the 38th minute and the 39th minute, has it at 2-0 here at the break.
And again, that consistent pressure from the Prairie School, which we saw literally for the whole 40 minutes, paid dividends the last 3.
So we will step aside and take a break as we are at the half. 2-0 your score. Raiders, they find themselves down. Have not found themselves down much at half this year, but they'll go inside. They'll get to some cool weather in the indoor confines here at Uihlein Soccer Park, and we'll see if they can regroup for half number 2. 2-0 your score. You're listening to Kiel Raider Soccer.
Go Kiel Raiders! Premier Financial Credit Union proudly supports our hometown teams. With offices in Kiel, New Holsting, and Chilton, Premier Financial Credit Union is your hometown community credit union. To learn more about the credit union difference, please visit yourpfcu.com. Are you looking for a great atmosphere and great food? Look no further than the Gravel Pit in Kiel. Try one of our great weekly specials. $2.25 burgers on Tuesdays, Chef's Choice on Wednesdays, pick a wrap and fries for $10 on Tuesdays, and get yourself a steak sandwich and fries, or maybe a perch basket with fries or potato salad before Raider football on Friday nights. And finish off your week with a crispy chicken sandwich and fries for just $10 on Saturdays. Call 920-894-8493 for details. That's 920-894-8493. The Gravel Pit, located just outside of Kiel on Highway 57.
With over 15 years of experience, Dynamic Heating and Cooling is the only call you need to make for your air conditioner, furnace, air handler, boiler, or ductless system needs. We offer free estimates so you know exactly what to expect when they come to your temperature rescue. Call 920-838-5599 for your heating and cooling needs. Dynamic Heating and Cooling supports your Kiel Raiders.
Tonight's Kiel Raider football game is proudly supported by... Are you looking for someone to build your new house, or maybe remodel your old aging home? Maybe you need some small work done, like installing a storm door or a new window. Those little home improvements that you just can't find the time for, or maybe you just don't know how. Well, Albright Again Home Improvements has you covered, where no job is too small. If interested, give us a call at 920-894-7507 or shoot us an email at albrightagainllc@yahoo.com. Located in Kiel, call Albright Again Home Improvements for all your home improvement needs.
Halftime here from Uihlein Soccer Park, Division 4 state semifinal. The Prairie School, a couple of late ones. However, the entire 40 minutes, you said, Coach, they've really put on serious pressure from start to finish. Not much letdown or any moments where it looked like they'd back off.
Yeah, absolutely, and nobody should be surprised. Everybody wants to be a 1 seed. Nobody wants to be a 4 seed. But if you're the 2 or the 3, it really doesn't matter. It's basically 2 evenly matched teams.
You see the first half statistics, and 3 corner kicks in the entire half, all of them taken by the Prairie Hawks. They got one in the 8th minute, 14th minute, 32nd minute, unable to do anything with them. But the ball handling, the amount of touches, the possession, heavily around the 80-20 comparison. It has been in favor of the Prairie School. And then you talk about like loose balls in basketball, so 50-50 balls, right? Raiders are not winning those.
They are not, and you and I wear and bleed purple, but certainly the Prairie School has played better with their passing, their touches, the 50-50 balls. Kiel is finding a hard time guarding those players one-on-one.
Some serious athletes out there for the Prairie School. They've been able to have a couple players, we've said, bring the ball in over and over. Jaramillo on the right side. The last one, a nice cross from Nora Borner on the assist. 2 goals scored by 23, Kira Kimbrough. The first one coming at 37-48. A shot that was actually in on Danielle Miller. She got a touch on it, but just not quite enough of it. And it goes into the left corner of the goal to give the Prairie Hawks a 1-0 lead. And then they respond 56 seconds later. Played up the right side. Borner able to kind of out-physical a Raider. And then the Raider goes down. Borner's alone in the corner. Plays a very nice cross. And well-placed. Danielle Miller comes out to try to get to it, which I thought was the absolutely right call.
Absolutely.
And she might have been I wouldn't even say a half step late to it, but it was redirected perfectly between the pipes from about 8 yards out and was able to make it 2-0. That was just 56 seconds after the first goal, and that's where we stand. So the assist goes to Borner, goal goes to Kimbrough, which is her second, and it's 2-0, and that's where we stand right now.
And you look at Kiel, talk about the offense being senior-dominated. Prairie School, sophomores, freshmen, juniors, really
contributors
were the big
all over.
contributors.
Yeah, 23, Kira Kimbrough. She just completed her 9th grade year. The top goal scorers for this team, or top scorers in general, are freshman, junior, freshman, right at the top. So they're doing damage, and they lead it 2-0. We'll step aside, take a break as we get you set for half number 2 here from Uihlein Soccer Park in Milwaukee. 2-0, the score. The Prairie School Prairie Hawks, they are on top. You're listening to Kiel Raider Soccer from the state tournament.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, contact Crest Real Estate of Kiel, your team of real estate professionals for over 20 years. Contact Crest at 920-894-HOME or browse current listings at cresthomes.com. Crest Real Estate, experience with results. Founded in October of 2016, Real Logistics LLC was created to support the growth and needs of their existing customers. Since then, Real Logistics has established themselves as a reputable freight brokerage service. Their team is up for every job, managing transportation needs with the skill and experience their customers have come to expect. Their family-owned values still hold true today. When you hear Real Logistics, you can expect individual attention, personal responses, caring attitudes, and sincere appreciation for their business partners. Real Logistics values the opportunity to earn your trust and business each and every day. For all of your logistic needs, visit Real Logistics.
Sargento is now hiring general production roles starting at $24 an hour at their new location in Fond du Lac County. Award-winning benefits, tuition assistance, and a 401k plan that ranks among the top 1% in the U.S. Work for a leading national brand right in your community. Go to careers.sargento.com and apply today. Sargento, your passion, our culture.
We got smoking good ribs, wings, and pizza. Parker John's. Sides made from scratch, hickory smoked meats, yeah. Parker John's. Come on down to Parker John's for pizza or barbecue. Smoking daily just for you. We got smoking good ribs, wings, and pizza. Parker John's. I see you down there, it's the place to meet ya. Parker John's. Parker John's.
As with most other things in life, the key to achieving your long-term financial objectives is preparation. Your goal may be to protect your family during your working years or guarantee your own retirement security. These things won't happen by accident. It is important to map out a strategy that will help you meet those goals. The good news is that it is never too late to start. Of course, preparing your financial future can be intimidating. Luckily, you do not have to do it alone. Putting your strategy into action starts with a simple phone call to your local New York Life agent, Todd Oleg. You can find Todd on the 300th block of Fremont Street in Kiel. Todd brings knowledge and expertise to help families and businesses in Kiel and surrounding communities achieve financial success. He looks forward to seeing you soon. Go Raiders!
Reminder, today's Kiel Soccer broadcast proudly supported by Keenbaum Services by City Limits Hair Studio, Goodfellas Barbershop, Shane Bourne's Jewelry, Cheryl Brock American Family Insurance by Drexel Building Supply, Crest Real Estate by Lumberyard Brewery, Kiel Booster Club by Real Logistics, Albright Again by Parker John's Barbecue and Pizza, Sargento Cheese by Dynamic Cooling and Heating, Premier Financial, Gravel Pit Bar and Grill by Todd Olick New York Life, and by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. Do you want a classic cut like a flat top or a modern cut like an undercut? Or are you looking for a new style altogether? If the answer is yes, stop in at Goodfellas Barbershop. Goodfellas is a father-son business with the ability to accommodate more walk-ins for a great haircut with great service. Come to Goodfellas Barbershop, located at 630 Fremont Street. Interested in an appointment? Call 920-894-HAIR. That's 920-894-4247. Goodfellas Barbershop. Cut the way you like it.
Shout out to all those sponsors. Doesn't matter if it's soccer, baseball, football, basketball, whatever we're broadcasting, those sponsors have stepped up, even in some of the programs that we run. So thank you very much, Kiel area sponsors.
Yeah, but the support to allow us to be able to get down to these, for Connor to be able to do throughout the entire year, and to bring, this is the completion, whether it be today or Saturday, of year 5 of Kiel Raider full year broadcasts. I know our first ever broadcast was me and you back in state baseball 2017 when we had that on the Concordia campus. Remember who scored that first run?
It wasn't you. It wasn't I. So I don't know.
The leadoff runner got on via a throwing error. Trenton Nickel.
There you go. Probably the fastest person in the program.
Well, that's because we were just the broadcast team.
Speaking of broadcasting, you've really done a nice job, Chris, expanding from just the Bayport area. I know you're heading up to do the state baseball finals for De Pere.
We'll get De Pere tonight.
What other schools have you covered?
Notre Dame. We have broadcast students that have won some state awards. That's been fun. Yeah. And we expand. We've had Brandon Muehlbauer doing a lot of baseball this spring from Kiel.
Nice.
And one of the managers, as we kick off half number 2, one of the soccer managers is a boys soccer player. We'll be doing a lot of the football coverage this coming fall. That'll be Miles.
Oh, fantastic.
So he'll be on with our soccer coverage. And this is going to be a problem with the field slanted in the Prairie School's direction, and we can't see the left-hand third of the field. This might be an issue this half. Ball played in the 41st minute, shot in on the keeper, and immediately a two-hand save to Kylie Kroll. And she'll kick one upfield. What are the adjustments that the Raiders make? Is it just simply try to possess it more? Do you have to say, hey, we have to be way more physical? Is there a singular thing?
speaking of physical, there's a little bump on Kiel and allows Prairie School to have a free kick.
Ava Niles takes out an airborne Prairie Hawk player on a play where the ball was kicked into the air.
It's refreshing to see high school soccer compared to the pros, where the pros are always begging for something, theatrics. Here, it's just play on.
You don't like Ronaldo and all those guys doing that?
I do not. Or Luka Doncic in basketball. And
I watched the last 8 minutes last night when he's whining out there. You know, you could go play 5-on-5 on the other end. Prairie Hawks play one in the corner. Ball is going to be lost out for a corner in the 42nd minute.
are you able to get eyes on what's going on, Chris?
No.
You would think the announcer in front of us would have the game on for us.
Come on. Corner to be played. The Raiders have a player on either post, and they're going to play it back. Now play one from the corner of the 18 into the top of the box. Players from either side. Touch. Aramil loses off her foot. Redirected back out to 25 yards, and it's still with Morgan Decker. Decker trying to get to her strong foot. Redirected out by the Raiders to the far side off of the feet of Addison Vogel. The sophomore kicks it towards the sideline, held in by the Raiders, and then redirected back towards the 18. Headed aside by Niles. Back up towards midfield, but only as far as Deuce. Sydney trying to play one forward. Touched by Vandermeer. Lydia loses it. Back to Kimbrough. She's got both goals so far. 23 back to Deuce. Deuce gets it to Morgan. Nice little give and go. Decker trying to cross through. She gets tripped up and is going to be outside the box. The official will say it was at 18.5 yards, meaning it will not be a penalty kick, just a free kick coming here just outside the 18.
And I know I'm wearing purple, but that was a good call. It was outside that 18.
I think that's a good play by the official too, right? I think you lean on the side of caution there.
Yes.
If it's close, you always would go with it being out. So the ball will be set up for 13 Megan Decker. 44th minute of action. Decker, the left foot. She'll go over the crossbar. It was a line shot with some drive to it. But Decker goes well high, a good 3-4 yards.
And a note here that Kroll continues to be in goal for the Raiders. Danielle is under the tent in the Kiel sideline. Getting some attention from trainer Excellent Ashley.
Kimbrough with the takeaway. Advantage continues. Shot comes in over the far side corner. Shot from Gavigan, and Megan had it. One-timer lined up perfectly on the give and go from 19 yards away, and it goes up and out.
Two shots in the last minute here. Kiel needs to get the ball out of the zone and move it up the field.
Raiders try to play it up the left sideline, and that's given away to Jeremiel. Now trying to reverse field to the Hawks. Stepping up, pass for Decker. Stepping through was the Raider and played up to McDowell. Maddie on the right side. Play a centering pass. A little too early, though, on her cross.
Yeah, Sager couldn't quite get there.
And it will be kicked out towards the midfield stripe, where it will be played by Ella Vandermeer. Raiders up the left side. Play one to the top of the 18. McDowell now gets on her left foot. Inside the box. Maddie trying to go cross. Stopped by a defender as the center back got a foot on it, not allowing it to get sent in on Finley Remington. And out the side for a throw-in.
Prairie actually had two defenders right there. Nowhere for her to go.
Might have been the best opportunity controlled we've seen for the Raiders, though, as McDowell gets it into the 18 and a chance to do some damage. The throw-in is given away. And now the Prairie School with a head of steam trying to go from right to left as we watch on. Decker puts it in gear. Stops on a dime, works around Sager. A bit of a drop there, gets it to Gavigan. Left foot, near side post, misses wide. Coming across the face of goal was the keeper, Kroll, but Kylie did not have to make a play as it goes out.
Kiel just a little bit off on their angles of trying to track that ball down.
Ball played up to Kimbrough on the goal kick. Raiders give it away, fighting through, left foot in on Kroll, drops to 2 knees and makes the catch right between the hamburger helpers. I think it's weird for them, Kylie playing as a senior. She's already graduated, so she's an alumni. All those 12th graders, right?
That's right.
Was that last Friday?
Was it Friday night? Under the lights? I believe it was.
Cool. Kind of tradition that started almost is a long shot from Kimbrough from 30 yards out, and she looks like she's cramping up after that kick. COVID kind of forced them outside, and it's kind of a tradition now that's pretty cool to have graduation out there if the weather holds up.
Yeah, it really is. There are other schools, obviously, who've done that.
These DVDs make great gifts for family and friends. To purchase your keepsake DVDs, log on
Vandermeer gets it up and tries to proceed towards the midfield, left side, and a foot race for the Raiders. Trying to win it is Vogel. Crossover. And the Hawks, so you mentioned earlier, Coach, they only had 2 back. Now they're pushing their wings back more too, as Tavi Seger will be called for a foul.
Yeah, Kiel's second line in offense just a little bit slow to give us some assistance there.
'48th minute. Ball with Megan Decker. Decker up the left side. Trying to get her to a teammate. We got to get up and out of our seats again to see what's going on in the corner.
I'll get our exercise in.
Back out to, steel abs by the end of this game. At least closer to. Gavigan plays into the Borner near the top of the 18, redirected to Jeremilo. She'll take it to her right foot. Crosses into the 18, a little chip, far side post, missing wide. Never got her body fully turned up. It's like a jump shot, right? You never squared up to the hoop quite enough.
She really has good vision, though. Could have turned inside there and said, nope, too much traffic.
You'd like to see what this Prairie School team has for the future in terms of, with all that youth contributing, obviously a team, I guess I haven't cracked the numbers for them. I know that due to the success multiplier, the Raiders will be moving up to Division III next year. Cedar Grove, Belgium also to be moving up to Division III. And the Prairie School with they were the state runner-up 2 years ago when they lost to Kiel, right?
Correct.
Or when they beat Kiel in the semis shootout. So that's 2 state championship games in 3 years.
And I'm not certain if they were in the sectional finals last year, which
Right.
also accumulates points.
Yep. So they may very well move up a year from now as well. As a ball across the midfield, the Raiders, Addison Vogel, left side. Player on each hip chasing her, and it gets kicked out of bounds by the Prairie Hawks. 50th minute.
Coach Goebel here urging the Kiel Raiders step up over the midline, put a little bit more pressure on the offense.
Raiders try to play across in the box. It's going to go off of a Prairie School player, and we're going to have a Kiel Raider corner coming.
First corner of the day for the Raiders, right?
It's going to come in the 51st minute. You are correct, Coach. Chris Learman, Pat Geigel from Uihlein Soccer Park in Milwaukee. Division IV state semifinal. Number 2. The first one went 6-0. Cedar Grove, Belgium with the win. Raiders to play one towards the top of the 18. Trying to get to it is Uihlein in the box. And we're going to have a stoppage as the heading attempt by Chloe Babu.
Who's really been their best defender in the secondary here.
She made
Referee error on the side of caution. Going to have I thought a drop ball, but I guess not.
She took a header a little stronger than anticipated. Now Decker with the left foot plays it up. Borner, a head redirect. Oh, beautiful play and touch there. Play continues. It'll be with Gavigan. Little through ball.
Oh, no.
Borner, pressure off her right foot. Kick, throw over the crossbar. Kylie Kroll, balls of her feet, waiting for it to come to her. And it goes just over her head and over the crossbar.
That is 4 attempts that have been high.
Oh, they're going to say it was touched by the Raiders. So it will be another corner kick coming. 52nd minute. Kick to be taken by Shani Dar. Standing over the ball, looking to put it in play. Run up from the players. Anticipate top of the 8-yard box from 10 yards away. Contact in the box. Play continues. Played back. A bit of a drop. Back to the corner from Janestel. Look to play across again, and Megan Decker trying to play one to the face of goal and over the top and out of play.
Visual Image Photography is the official photographer of the WIAA State Tournament Finals. Capture the once-in-a-lifetime experience for years to come with championship finals action and awards.
I guess with the water timeouts that they're taking due to the heat, that you can kind of break this game down into quarters. And I think the Raiders have been more physical here in the third quarter. Have been a little more play to the right side of the field when they've been in possession, but still it's the Prairie School that have looked like the stronger team.
You're right. Kiel has tried to attack a little bit stronger this half. Not seeing much success from it.
Gavigan plays a drop, pass back to a teammate, to Deuce, a square to her left side, Braylon Worden, back to Deuce, plays into the top of the 18, coming in for it was Janestel, and we come back out to the near side, Worden 35 yards away, drop to a teammate, gets it to Megan Decker, she's just got a different gear when she wants to, Decker crashing into the near side corner, looking to play across, Kroll comes out, and she'll make a save with 2 hands. Don't know if it was maybe a pass for the far post, but Kroll nonetheless shuts down the opportunity.
Oh, Vandermeer doing a nice job with their body there, shielding the defender.
Team in white still proceeds to the left. To the right foot of Gavigan, far side post, just wide. Kroll laying out. It leads to a goal kick here in the 54th minute.
Also on for Kiel, Ella Vandermeer for Bella Schragi.
Raiders through the midfield. Lose possession, taken back by the Prairie Hawks. Shot, Border, upper 90! Number 10 to score. Kroll got her left hand on it, but not enough. Goal for the Prairie Hawks, 55th minute of action.
Again, some pinpoint passing there for the Prairie Hawks, and not a good angle for the Kiel Raiders trying to track that one down. Well, maybe Kroll could get a hand on that, but that was a rocket in the upper corner.
There's some that you can't do anything about.
Right.
And I do think she got a couple of her phalanges on it. 3-0, goal coming at 54-18 on the clock.
Oh. Oh.
Now the official's going to go talk to Ava Niles as he race towards the ball. you're in a full-out sprint and you try to shield the player away, it will lead to a collision at times.
And I thought Niles got the brunt of that
I
contact.
am with you, but the Prairie School into their bench definitely did not think so.
The third Prairie Hawks goal was scored by Nora Borner. She was assisted by Megan Gavigan.
I guess you're looking at which way the ball's going, who's got the offense.
20th of the season, she now has a goal and an assist in the match. Borner from Gavigan, 55th minute. Following the goal on for Prairie, Kira Kimbrough and Addie Ritz for Nikki Kinnistel and Addie Lalonde.
18 yards away. Ball, Gavigan plays one to Borner again. Those two just connected for the last goal. The Raiders redirected out. Kimbrough, a nice little step on and spin through. Loses the ball. Vandermeer trying to fight for it. And it's going to be a push from behind by Kimbrough.
Little tug from the official standpoint.
The officials are closer to the field than we are.
They are. And really have
Doing
been
a nice
consistent throughout the match.
And quite frankly, I really like how he goes and talks things through, whether it be this is the reason why I called that or, hey, let's take a deep breath, let's calm down. Kimbrough from 30 yards winds up, right leg, and misses it wide to the right by quite some margin.
Yeah, certainly a quality choice of this official from Eau Claire being at the state tournament.
So the Division 3 is next. That's our neighbors to the south that won state last year.
Plymouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 1 seed with a Plymouth grad leading them. I think that's Brad Fike, right?
Is that who the head coach is?
Is that correct?
Pull open our little program here. Yep.
Again, a good basketball soccer player in his own right at Plymouth and has done a nice job educating there and soccer coach.
Free kick played in after a Raider handball. Headed out of the box. Raiders try to play it up with the ball. Redirecting 30 yards away. Vandermeer gets a foot on it, but no more. Decker, a shot from 25 yards out far side post and off a hop. It's picked up by Kylie Kroll. Wind picking up, and Craig's getting the brunt of my papers flying around. In the booth with Craig Hoffman, Pat Geigel on my left. Visibility on my right. Square to the left side, Kimbrough. Nice little back heel touch pass, give and go to Gavigan. Trying to play one through, but the Vandermeers are there. Ella to Lydia. Up to Seeger.
All right, nice patience here.
Lydia, a little step on the ball, control play. Played up the left side, getting it to Addison Vogel. And she can't control long enough to keep possession. Counter back to the left side, a little one touch from Gavigan. Gets to Kimbrough, deep in the left side corner. Kroll waiting for it as it crosses through, top shelf, off the crossbar, and it stays out. Back with the pressure. Decker, right foot, centering and pass, border redirect, no. Kimbrough the follow, and it goes up and over. A barrage of shots coming in on Kylie Kroll.
The WIAA has initiated
But
formation
we still sit 3-0 in the 59th, now 60th minute.
State will serve on the inaugural team. Team leaders will serve as ambassadors for their peers and the WIAA while learning more about athletics, leadership, and the
All
sports
towards
industry.
midfield.
The team's involvement will offer
Step
some
over,
instant
Ava
voice to
Furman.
the WIAA while assisting in supporting, educating, and advancing
Trying to
the
connect on a
purpose of
pass.
interscholastic
They
athletics.
played up by Worden for the Prairie School. Back to the left side again. Shot comes in and almost looked like stubbing her toe is Ginestel. And the shot rolls in on Kylie Kroll, and the senior scoops it up. Kick up towards midfield. Still have 20 minutes plus to play. Ball played up, lost possession. Taken back by Gavigan. Gavigan crosses over a Raider to her left foot, 22 yards away, left foot near side post, just misses a yard wide, if that, as Kroll left her feet to jump at it. And we'll have a water break here on the field as we stop at 60:07. A chance to remind you, Drexel Building Supply in Kiel, our mission is simple: supply happiness. Kienbaum Service is a proud supporter of Raider soccer. Kienbaum Services specializes in concrete flat work, including driveways, sidewalks, building slabs, and patios, as well as stamped and decorated concrete. Reach out to Kienbaum Services at 920-946-3704 or kienbaumservices@gmail.com for a free estimate on your upcoming concrete needs. Congratulations to Kiel Raider soccer team from Bob Shaneborn's Jewelry. Show your care for the love you share with an everlasting gift from Bob Shaneborn's Jewelry in downtown Kiel. Cheryl Brock Agency of American Family Insurance, proud to support the Kiel Raiders. Cheryl Brock Agency, able to assist with auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance with convenient locations in Kiel and New Holstein. Please visit our website at cherylbrockagency.com for more information. Congratulations and best wishes to the Kiel Raiders. A brewery is coming to Kiel. Yes, you heard that right. The Lumberyard Brewery is hopping into a former AA lawn building on the main street to offer you a tap room, event space, and huge patio outdoors. Plan your next event, wedding, or night out, and visit Lumberyard Brewery, coming soon to downtown Kiel, the former Lumberyard area.
So just took a brief break here to take a peek at the scoreboard. 21-0 shots on goal.
We haven't recorded one shot? I thought we had maybe one, but
according to the official score, we have not. I agree. I thought we did, but again, Prairie School continues to put the pressure on. What a great year for Kiel athletics, Kiel student athletes all around, led by the coaches, obviously, in the athletic department. Steve Walsh has been all over the place. Thanks to all those people who put in that extra time, and the parents who've been following the children of the Kiel community, proud supporters of all the student athletes.
Yeah, ramped up of, you're not just supporting your kids, you're supporting the community and something
Exactly.
that you see all the success. You had a very fun winter season following along. You have a very fun spring season here with multiple sports. And before you know it, we are back. Well, today's the 13th. The first football game on my calendar I show is August 16th. So we are 2 months from Sunday, football at Sheboygan Falls.
Wow.
We'll get a little bit of a break.
And here's my little bit of a bias. I really wish there was a dead period the whole month of July,
Sure.
so that student athletes could get a rest, get a break, get away from school, get away from the voluntary open gyms or whatever the case might be. But again, if they're not doing it at school, they're on the AAU circuit or somewhere else. But we need time for the students to be family members. That's my little soapbox for today.
Do you want a classic cut like a flat top or a modern cut like an undercut? Or are you looking for a new style altogether? If the answer is yes, stop in at Goodfellas Barbershop. Goodfellas, now a father-son business with the ability to accommodate more walk-ins for a great haircut with great service. Located at 630 Fremont Street, 920-894-HAIR. That's 920-894-4247. Goodfellas Barbershop. Cut the way you like it. And our last reminder, we'll have the Radial Golf outing on July the 26th. Join us. We've handed out over $2,000 in scholarships as we support our broadcast students.
How are we doing on entries? I know there are
I
always room
haven't
for
even
more.
checked too much. We have a few already, but
Okay.
we're trying to rush through. This is the last week of broadcasts for the whole school year, and then we can take a little bit of a breather.
That's a great time. And again, folks, recruit your friends, recruit people from other schools, because everybody benefits from this, especially the students whose future may be in broadcasting.
We have the students that have at UW-Madison from Notre Dame. We have Connor at St. Norbert and going to Parkside, and our students that have been able to benefit with our, whether they were studying communications or now newspaper writers, our broadcast student, a producer at Fox 11's a former student of mine. So
Oh, is that right?
we've been able to have students through 10 years of working in that realm.
Nice. Got to make you feel good.
Absolutely. Babu with a throw it on the side. It's going to be out on the Prairie Schools. We're back to action in the 61st minute. Ball played up, trying to get it up to the Raiders into the 18. Crossing over is Addison Vogel. Can't control it. And not taking any chance is Finley Remington, and she'll lay down on her belly to make the play. Run out of time. It's 3-0 your score. Hawks with the big advantage. And then they get and go by Megan Decker. She'll play one up to Kimbrough. Borner back to Kimbrough. Oh, a pass that, had that gotten all the way through, would have been a for sure good look. Instead, it's a chip. A cross coming in, and Kroll able to snag it out of the air. Jermillo was able to cross one in.
Kroll with a beautiful kick out of there. Sends it all the way just about to the goalkeeper.
From end to end.
Yes.
Could use her on special teams this fall, punting.
Let me say something to Coach when I see him.
Offsides as Kimbrough tries to get a through ball. I suppose she is a senior, so that wouldn't work so much.
That's right. Well, I thought you meant Coach Biasacha with Green Bay.
Oh. I think the field goal kicking is what we needed, right?
Now we have 3 in camp right now, and it's been competitive.
The official calls the ball out. He's literally on the white line, directly next to the ball, and the parent, who is 30 yards back, yells at the official because he made the wrong call. I've been official of 18 years. You've been official for how long?
45.
Okay. And the parents are always right.
They are.
Oh, goodness.
Through
ball for the Raiders. A touch. McDowell goes across the keeper. Plays one far side in the box. They had a chance. Still continues. Keeps it in momentarily. Raiders with Vogel trying to get it up to the 18 again. It's Sager. Tavi with it. Crosses over. Left foot from 19 yards. Left side. Corner just misses wide. A couple of moments there for the Raiders in the box. A few touches. Just can't convert.
Prairie School goalie is a little bit loose from the net. Doesn't like to hug it. Would rather come out a little bit. And that one sailed right over her head. And she was at about the 12 there.
Raiders 2 or 3 looks at it. Near side, Prairie School. Defensive pressure for the Raiders is pushed way up. 3-0 score. Now Borner left side, and no pressure except from behind. Keeper in front of her. She gets to 8 yards, kicks it low. Kylie Kroll able to make the save. Drops to a knee and kind of plays there side to side and able to stop it with her left hand initially and then corrals the rest of the play.
Kylie, what a great job being patient.
And selfless to, you know, that you have Miller as a starting keeper, but you're ready when you're called upon due to the injury. Borner in the box, goes up, Kroll, 2 hands, pushes it over the crossbar. It will lead to a corner, but another beautiful save by Kylie. Will lead to a corner in the 66th minute. By my tally, that is the 6th corner. Kiel math checks out.
That's it.
Corner kick comes in. The ball played in, top of the 18. Gemarillo gives it back. Uh-oh, here comes a cross from Gavigan. Harassed far side by Ava Niles, and it's another corner kick. Kiel math. What, Miss Sinkbile in 5th grade. 6th grade, I had Miss Groff. 7th, oh, I don't know who my 7th grade math teacher was. Oh, Miss Wanty.
Could be.
Miss in 8th grade was Miss, I can picture her. My homeroom teacher, actually, in 8th grade. Waskow? When she was still at the middle
Could
school?
be, yeah. You've got great memory.
Cross comes in off the corner, and it goes out of play.
On for Kiel, Aubrey Frum for Ella Vandermeer.
Who are your elementary school teachers?
1st grade, Mrs. Dwayne. 2nd grade, Mrs. Blimmel. 3rd grade, Mrs. Steinbrecker. 4th grade, Mrs. Shimon. 5th grade, Mrs. Fair. 6th grade, Sister Annette. 7th grade, Mrs. Wallander. 8th grade, Mr. Jarsh.
Wow,
Thank
well
you.
done, well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. They would remember me because I was their worst student.
Kick from Borner. Again, Kylie Kroll, far side post, and able to make a save. The most action we've seen from a keeper for the Raiders this year, and Kylie's getting tested, and she's been up to it. 68th minute of action.
Which, again, is a testament to the depth. Coach has done a nice job of subbing. Kylie's done a nice job of coming in and picking up for Danielle, whom we hope is okay. She's back in the bench area with her teammates.
Throwing coming from Chloe Babu. The defender will throw one forward over a couple of Raiders. Off to Kimbrough. She'll try to control it. Right foot, kick it up. Off the hands of Kroll into the net. Hat trick for Kimbrough. And it is 4-0, 68th minute. $67-39, the official score.
Prairie goal, Kira Kimbrough.
Kimbrough with the goal, assist to Babu on the throw. Freshman to freshman, coach.
Makes sense because 2 years ago, Prairie School was here with upper class dominated. Underclassmen have developed, as the Kiel underclassmen.
Raiders up the right seam, and losing it is McDowell. Loses her footing over the end line. Two goals in the first half, 2 goals in the second half. Thought maybe you could have called a handball with her controlling that throw in a little bit. It bounced up. She knocked it down with her upper bicep, but you know why it wasn't a handball? Because the official didn't say so.
Exactly.
Prairie trying to counter a
Oh,
or a
boy.
Raider throw in. Jermillo left post, keeps it in for a goal. 5-0, 69th minute.
Goal, El Jaramillo.
Little fatigue setting in here for the Kiel group. That, and obviously, momentum is not in black and purple's favor.
Jaramillo will go all the way.
So here we go. Goals and spurts happen at the end of the first half. And again, just happened now in the last minute and a half.
Yep, 2 goals in a 47-second between them. Raiders try to play it up to the top of the 18. McDowell tugged from behind. Play continues, rolls in, and Remington will play it out of net again. Prairie Hawks now just looking into attack mode, and they just offensively want to keep going. Ball played up, rolled through, and Kroll will come out to the top of the 18 and scoop it up. 70th minute. We play 80 full. It's a 5-0 score. Vandermeer gets taken out after the kick, and a great show of sportsmanship by Megan Decker to go offer to pick her up and offer a, oh, sorry. I like to see that.
Absolutely.
I know in the heat of battle, sometimes that's not the first thing you think of when you've been bumping shoulders or pushing on one another all day.
Kimbrough from Babu, 68th minute. The fifth Prairie Hawks goal was scored
You know,
by
if Jay boxes you out too hard on morning basketball, I'm not necessarily going to pick you up every time, but
You're still not doing that, are you?
no.
Okay.
Not since moving up to Howard Swamico.
Thought maybe you were organizing something at Bayport.
Well, we do have, I haven't played in a while, but let some other guys do that lately. Picked up more of the pickleball
Oh, there you go.
tournament tomorrow.
Is that right?
Yeah, Howard Swamico Business Professionals Association
Outside or inside?
in outdoor. Idlewild in Swamico.
Huh.
Not saying we're good, but we're playing.
That's what it's about.
Get a little workout in on a Friday morning.
And then make sure you hydrate after.
Kimbrough with a through ball. Forced aside. Kimbrough back with it. Crosses over on one. Goes around Vandermeer. Poked away. Nice standing tackle initially by Lydia. But ball goes back to Megan Gavigan. She'll try to play one to the near side. Janestel giving chase. The freshman's got 2 goals on the season, accounting for all 4 of her points, as we are under 10 minutes to play. It's going to be deflected by the Prairie Schools. It rolls out of bounds on the near side, and substitutions for either squad will come. As this winds down, appreciate all those sponsoring to allow this to happen and allowing the year to happen. It starts off with boys basketball fundraising and Coach Marcus and Brennan and Connor taking under the broadcasts in the fall. And we'll be back at it in just over 2 months with the 6th year of Kiel Raider Radio and been able to integrate the video into games when we can and keep trying to grow things so that mom, dad, grandma who may be in Minnesota, or if you're on a trip out in Texas or wherever you may be, or those that just simply can't make it, whether they're in Crivets or not close enough, can follow along little Jimmy shooting buckets or whatever it may be.
And nice of you to be able to add the video the last few years also.
Yeah, for sure. Crossing over.
And again, we need some of you youngsters to step up here, future broadcasters or other adults who want to help out, because there are never enough of us, are there, Chris?
Tyler Hughes says hello.
Hey. Langston Hughes, hope you're doing well.
Corner coming here from the Prairie School, 73rd minute. The Prairie School will be playing the state final. A corner shot is going to go in off the corner.
Prairie scores on an own goal.
They're going to call an own goal Raiders.
Oh, things aren't going your way. Things aren't going your way.
Goal at 72:50. It is 6-0.
They're crediting that to Kimbrough. Kimbrough gets the credit for that one, I think.
Yeah, the COVID thing started to force video where people weren't allowed to come in, or there was limitations on people, so the huddle camera and now us being able to expand with the camera and other technology has allowed us to push that forward. And like I mentioned, Miles Detroit will help us with our football coverage. He'll be a junior next year at Kiel High School, and He'll pick up some of those broadcast duties as Brandon Muehlbauer will be playing football. Nice give and go on the left side for the Hawks. Trying to push up what's their 6-0 lead. Braylon Warden. And that's taken out by Vandermeer.
Some of us old school guys thought bringing in video would deter people from coming out to the games, and what it's allowed people to do is it's allowed to grow the sport in terms of more fans.
Yes, I totally agree. Hawks trying to score again. Right down the seam. Shot, pass, Kroll, left foot and home. This one makes it 7-0 in the 74th minute. 73-57. Is this a 7-0 game? I would say it's definitely 4 or 5. I don't know if it feels necessarily like it's 7, but the way the whole game is played out, Kiel hasn't had opportunities. Maybe that one time when they had 3 shots, but it's definitely been Prairie Hawks all the way through.
Definitely. Defensively, the Prairie Schools put a body on any of the people attempting to score, and again, offensively, passing and the quickness, the agility of that team has allowed the Prairie School to, at least today, be the better team.
So Prairie School will empty the bench for the last 6:03 as well. Bring in some seniors that don't get regular playing time.
The 6th Prairie goal was scored by Kira Kimbrough. She was assisted by Meg Decker. The goal came in the 73rd minute. The goal was Kimbrough's 20th of the season and 4th of the match.
State championship will be a fun match then, right?
Oh,
City Grove,
absolutely.
Belgium. A through ball played up. McDowell trying to get to it. Just her and the keeper. Pressure from her left hip now. Throws it across the face of goal. Diving right and making the save. Remington. A good look from Maddie, but Finley was up to the task in net.
And is Decker's 17th goal of the season.
Yeah, looking ahead, I think that could be a match where we'll see some goals scored.
Oh, I would think so. And how talented offensively Erickson and the rest of Cedar Grove, Belgium is. As a goal from the Raiders, far side posted in.
I think it was deflected by the defender.
Tavi Sager tried to go across the face of goal. The defender got a foot on it. Keeper went left, but the deflection made it go right into the back of the net. The Raiders score, 75th minute.
Kiel goal, Tavi Sager.
A little bit of salve for the wound there. Tavi, who's had a beautiful career at Kiel. And with a couple of years to go yet also. Good soccer family, the Sagers.
7-1 our score.
Following the Decker goal for Prairie, Addie Ritz, Natalie Hoff, Isabel Rotmal, and Maeve Harbor came on.
Ball played through the midfield with just
And Kira Kimbrough came
4.5 to go.
The first Kiel goal was scored by Tavi Sager. She was assisted by Ella Vandermeer. The goal came in the 75th minute.
Again, these teams both may be moving to D3 next year.
Sager from Ella Vandermeer, 75th
But Cedar Grove, Belgium, so talented offensively, and I think that the way Prairie School plays their back line, especially in that first half with just the two, I think Cedar Grove, Belgium is going to have some chances to feast on that.
And I think just like this contest, Prairie School will have the physicality advantage.
They are. And what Coach said in the pregame interview and was telling me, they're big and physical. That was not a lie. He thought he was the faster team. I don't know if that's necessarily true today, but bigger and more physical is for certain the Prairie Hawks.
Yeah, I think the back line of the Prairie Hawks, again, deceptively fast. Because, again, that's where Kiel thought would have an advantage, not to be.
Ball on the right side. Raiders trying to take it up the right sideline with Jasmine Bink.
On for Prairie, Freda Oakland and Addison Zaleski for Sydney News and Natalie Hall.
Couple subs the last 3.5 minutes.
This is 5 copies. Clear out by going north.
Ball defended out of bounds. Again, Prairie schooled another throw in here. We're in the last 3 minutes. Nice move by Sager, controlling the ball, pass ahead. Defended well by the Prairie School.
Raiders trying to control on the right side. Final 2.5 before this one goes final. Bink chips one around a Hawk, playing it down into the corner, trying to gain control. And Bink will kick one over the end line. But it's touched by Babu. Leads to a Kiel corner in the 78th.
Second corner kick, is that right, Mr.
Accurate,
Math?
yep. 51st and 78th minutes. In comparison to 8 for the Prairie School. 28-3 shots are right now. Ball played. Bink redirect from the 8-yard box. Sent out to the top of the 18. Sent closer by Bella Schragi, the defensive midfielder.
The WIAA salutes the thousands of student athletes competing in interscholastic athletics each
Now the
year,
overhead
as
throw
well
in
as the
coming from the
sacrifices and
Raiders.
support of parents and communities in making these educational experiences
Headed
available in
by
schools. The entire membership and generations of loyal
Elishaba
fans
Sipple,
acknowledge these opportunities can never be taken
one
for
of the
granted.
Raider captains.
Take pride in the enthusiasm,
Bink,
sportsmanship,
chip one to
and
Sager.
accomplishments
Tavi
associated with high
trying to
school
pass
sports.
one to a teammate. Stepping in front, it will be Dar. No, Vandermeer up. Ooh, looking to play a through ball, but just didn't get it through. Redirected aside. Down to the final minute to play.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining in regulation.
And it'll lead to a Raider corner in the
We are
80th.
all Kiel fans to exit by the northwest entrance nearest the main building, as well as all Prairie School fans to exit nearest the kettle corn truck in order to help facilitate cleanup of the stands before the Division 3 semifinal.
Corner comes in,
Once again,
and it'll be fielded by the keeper, Remington.
all Kiel fans, please exit by the main building. All Prairie School fans, please exit by
Final
the kettle
30
corn.
seconds of the 23-24 school year and activities for Raider Athletics. I want to thank you again, Coach, for joining me. Appreciate it.
Chris, thank you for asking. It's always a pleasure.
8, 7,
They wind down the final 10 seconds. Ball right in front of Coach Pritchard on the turf. Kick to the midfield. This one has gone final 7-1. Again, our broadcast made possible by Todd Oleg New York Life, by Gravel Pit Bar and Grill, Premier Financial, Dynamic Heating and Cooling, Sargento Cheese by Parker John's Barbecue and Pizza, Albright Again by Real Logistics, Kiel Booster Club by Lumberyard Brewery, Crest Real Estate by Drexel Building Supply, Cheryl Brock American Family Insurance by Shane Burns Jewelry, Goodfellas Barbershop by City Limits Hair Studio, Keenbaum Services, and by members of the NEW Sports Order Broadcasters Club. The final 7-1. It'll be the Hawks. We wish them luck tomorrow. Nope, Saturday. It's Thursday today. Saturday in their state championship as they will take on the Cedar Grove Belgium Rockets. And that's the end of soccer. That's the end of the Kiel season.
That is. And again, it's kind of hard to believe the 23-24 sports/school year season's over. But as you said, another 2 months, it'll be time to go again.
Best of wishes to Danny Miller, senior keeper, Kylie Kroll, senior keeper, Lydia Vandermeer, the senior midfielder. And if I'm missing anybody else, I apologize. Elishaba Sipple as well as senior defender. And your future endeavors as they complete their high school years as well.
Great job by the 6 eyes on the field in blue there. The officials did a great job. And Kiel coming over to get their last bow. Nothing to be ashamed of. Obviously that initial disappointment, but what a great season.
3rd straight year they make the trip to Uihlein. 3 straight sectional championships. So for Pat Geigel, I'm Chris Learman. A final from Uihlein, 7-1. The Prairie School defeats Kiel. Have a wonderful evening, Kiel. You've been listening to Kiel Raider Soccer on NEW Sports Radio.